Hi everyone, I'm Kirsty and I'll be taking you through your HIIT session today. We're going to do about a half-hour HIIT session, 5-minute warm-up, 20-minute exercise, 5-minute cool-down really. Now if your exercise specialist has directed you to this video, then great. If you are not on the pre-op for cancer programme, then please check with a healthcare professional that interval training is right for you, because it isn't right for everybody. And if you are on our pre-op for cancer programme and your specialist hasn't mentioned this video, just drop them a text or a phone call and check that it is suitable for you. Alright, so before we start, just clear a nice area. We are going to be moving a little bit to the side, so you need to be able to make sure that you've got nothing to the side. There is a jumping exercise, so you don't want anything directly above your head. Bottle of water handy. If you are taking any inhalers, make sure you've got them prepared, and a stopwatch, although you should be able to hear mine beeping, so that will give you an idea of the time. Alright, so while we're warming up, I'm just going to ask you to march, and I'm going to talk to you a bit about interval training. So interval training is quite demanding on our cardiovascular system, really pushes our heart and lungs to get the maximum effort for a short duration of time. And that's interspersed with what we call active recovery. Now this, what we're doing now, just this low march, is going to be our active recovery. So we'll be doing this for a minute, and then we'll do 30 seconds of high intensity exercise, alright? So we're just going to do a nice gentle warm up. So let's get marching on the spot. And we're going to bring these shoulders up to your ears and push them right back down. I'm going to do 6 of these, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. All right, and then we're going to do backwards rotations with them. So up to your ears, push them back. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and then if we put our hands on our shoulders and really big circles with those elbows. 5, 6, good. And then we're going to send our arms forward as if you're going to dive into a swimming pool. Bring them back and forwards again. Good. Keep those feet marching. 5, 6. Excellent. All right. Now bring these knees a little bit higher for me. So we're really getting those hips mobilized. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then we're going to do a toe tap to the side for me. Really bend your leg that you've got your weight on. Good. 3, 2. Excellent. All right, back to the march. Okay, we're going to widen our stance and bring that heel up to your bum. Good. Just getting our legs nice and warm, getting the blood flowing. Alright, so if you're familiar with our RPE scale, it should be in your home exercise packs. It's basically a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not very much effort and things are very, very light and easy, up to 10 with things being very, very difficult. Alright, we're going to be using that quite a lot today, because when we're back in this marching position, our active recovery, we want this to be around a 4 to a 6, so it's manageable, alright? And then when we go into our intervals, we're going to be pushing you to 7, 8, 9, possibly even 10s for some of you, because we're only going to be doing it for a very short period of time, alright? So our first movement is going to be high knees, alright? We did it in the warm-up just then, but we did it nice and gentle just to get a nice good stretch and to get the blood flowing. But when we do it in our interval, we want to put a bit more effort in on it, okay? We can make it more by bringing our arms in and tapping our knees, you see, with a little bounce, alright? And we can also do it with quicker steps, okay? So, we're going to start our interval in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so we've got those high knees coming in. So like I said, we can make it harder bringing our arms in, so we've got our arms and legs both pumping, okay? It's the arm that's crossing the body. Okay, we're going to be doing this for 30 seconds. Like I said, the RPE, we're really pushing 7, 8, 9s, alright? You can add a little bounce in. bring it really, really difficult. Okay, find the level for you, all right? Okay, all right, and back to the active recovery. All right, so we're here for a minute, we catch our breaths. Whilst we're in here, I'm going to show you our next movement, all right? And we sort of did it in the warm-up. We took our base nice and wide and brought that heel up. And what we're going to do to make it a little bit more difficult is bring in a chest press, okay? Where we push forward and back, all right? So we're still in our active recovery. Okay. During your active recovery is the time that you might want to take a drink. Gives you time just to get that breath back. I mean, it's difficult to talk and do an interval training session. Okay. Also, while we've got a bit of time, to motivate yourself a little bit more, might be good to put some music on in the background. All right, so we're preparing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel up. Chest press. So get your legs moving, bring in your arms. Just like with high knees, the quicker you do it, the bigger the movements, the more intense it is. It's going to really push you up on the RPE scale. Good. Halfway there. All right, that's 10 seconds to go. Keep going. Okay, we're back into that nice march, all right? Get your breath back, nice deep breath. Okay, our next movement is our first jumping movement, okay? So it's going to be a jump jack, all right? So whilst you're in the active recovery, I'll demonstrate a jump jack. Basically, our arms start at our hips and our feet start in the middle, and we jump out, lift the arms up and back in, okay? You can also do an adapted one where you side step out and bring the arms up, okay? So if you've got sore knees, or you don't like to jump about, or you might not have the head space to jump and lift your arms, then this movement is the one for you, okay? All right. Keep our breath going, nice deep breaths, we're standing tall. Okay, we're preparing. Those beeps mean 10 seconds to go. Okay. And we're jump jack. Like I said, this one, if you've got the room and the knees and the balance, and the adapted one, stand out, arms up, stand out, arms up. Okay, you find the one that's comfortable for you. Good. When we land, we're landing with soft knees, okay? All right, so we're back to that march, we're back to that interval. Good, how are we feeling? We're pushing up onto them 7s to 9s. I'm going to take a little drink. Good. So use these rest periods, like I said, to take a drink, nice deep breaths, catch your breath. Okay, our next movement that we're going to do whilst we're recovering, while you guys are recovering, is a squat. Okay, so squat, we take feet shoulder width apart, hip width apart, sorry, and you just go to sit down, stand back up, okay? So if I go onto the side, as I go push my bum back, my back stays nice and straight, and we stand up, okay? If you wanted to make this a bit more difficult, go down a little bit lower, all right? So, and down and up, down and up. Good. Imagine going to sit down onto a stool behind you or a chair behind you. And just imagine touching that chair with your bum and standing back up. Good. Excellent. Nearly there. Excellent. And we're back to that march. Good. Okay, the next exercise we're going to do is the one that's going to involve the most lateral movements to the side, okay? So they're called skaters. So you want to imagine having a piece of wood or a pole on the floor, and you're going to jump across and back. Yeah? So we're going across and back. Steady yourself with the opposite leg behind you. Okay, so that's our next movement. Okay. Keeping our active recovery phase. Like I said, those big deep breaths. Let us get back to that 4 to 6 on the RPE scale, because we're going to push it again to 7, 8s and 9s for 30 seconds. All right, prepare. Okay. So we're pushing off, soft landing. Soft landing. Good. So it's quite an intense movement because we're throwing our full body weight from side to side. Good. If you're not comfortable jumping, then just take a step, a big wide step. Yeah? Okay. Really at that 7 or 8 now? Alright, so we're back in our active recovery period. Nice deep breaths, that's a big movement. Okay. Our next movement is going back to our childhood games. We're going to do skipping. Obviously, we're indoors. If you are outdoors and have a skipping rope, brilliant. But if you're indoors and don't have a skipping rope, like I am, then we're going to do imaginary skipping. So you're going to hold your skipping rope, and you're still going to do the arm movement, and we're going to do little bunny hops for a bit, okay? Alright. Alright, so we're getting our breath back. We're relaxing in our active recovery, but we're not letting the intensity drop too much. We're still keeping our legs and our arms moving. Okay, so prepare for our imaginary skipping. We've got our ropes. Good. Alright, we're skipping. Good. Nice and light on our toes, up and down, up and down. Landing with nice soft knees. Good. Keep those arms going round. And remember, don't forget your imaginary rope. Good. Good. Keep going. And we're back to our active march. Excellent. So, if you're like me, very hot now, especially if you're indoors. Okay, you're definitely up towards that 6, 7, 8, 9s, and not quite dropping down to 4s now because of the build-up of the exercises that have come previously. Alright, so like I said, we're doing 30 seconds on, 1 minute off. It's like level 1 interval training. As we get fitter and stronger and able to cope with the demands of exercise, our rest period, this period, can get shorter, and our interval period can get longer. Alright, so let's keep on marching. Our next one we're going to do is a sprint on the spot, or a spot sprint. So you imagine your Usain Bolt or Dana Asher-Smith, and we're literally going to sprint on the spot. Okay, so let's prepare. 2, 1, and we're sprinting. So quick movement, arms nice and tucked in, keep those knees nice and high like a sprinter would. Okay, keep going. Whew. Keep sprinting, heading for that finish line. Keep going. Quick feet, nearly at that rest. Nearly at that rest, keep going. Okay, and we're back at that march. Whew, that's a difficult one. Sprinters don't usually sprint for 30 seconds. Okay, nearly through now. I've only got 2 more intervals to do. The next one is going to be a lateral squat. So you're going to take a nice step out, drop your bum back, drop your bum back. Okay, that's our movement. So if I show you from the side, we go out, we drop that bum back, keep that back nice and neutral. All right, good. Oh, time for a quick drink. It's really important in the rest periods to take those big deep breaths. We'll keep our feet moving. Okay, so we're preparing for that lateral squat. Okay, out, back, back. I do this with my hands just because it helps my balance. You might want to do hands on your hips, completely up to you. So really push that bum back and down. Keep that back nice and neutral. Good. Good. Keep going. Excellent. Okay, we're on to our very last interval. So at this point, it's your decision whether you repeat all of the intervals again after this one, or you go straight into the cool down. Okay? We've done 9 intervals, so we've been active for around about 15 minutes once we've finished. If your specialist has advised you to do 30 minutes, then we just repeat this circuit. All right, so our next one is what's called a standing mounted climber. So we've done the leg movement before, it's high knees, but instead of arms here, we're punching up. So imagine climbing a ladder. All right, and just as we do before, to push that effort on our RPE scale to 8, 9, and 10s, the quicker, the more effort. All right, so we're preparing. Just looking above. All right, so we're climbing that mountain. Good. Nice high knees, keep those arms pumping upwards, making sure not to punch anything above you. Good. Knees continuing to come up nice and high. Here's a bit of a coordination one, this one. Good, okay. Oh, keep that marching going. I'm just going to stop our timers. Okay, so that was 9 intervals over a 15-minute period or so. So 60 seconds on, off, 30 seconds on. So 60 seconds off, marching, 30 seconds high intensity, pushing that RPE scale to those 7s, 8s and 9s, where it's hard, very hard, and very difficult. So what we're going to do now, like I said, it's your decision. You can rewind this video and redo the circuit, or you can come straight into the cool down, okay? Depending on what your specialist has advised or how you're feeling, then you make that decision, all right? Okay, so to cool down, we're going to keep our legs moving nice and gently, all right? Keep this because it encourages the back blood flow, all right? And we're just going to stretch out most of the muscles that we would have used, okay? All right, so we're going to start with our arms because we did do some chests and we did some punching. So we're going to bring one arm across, just bring it towards you. All right, so it's staying up nice across your chest. You've got your hand in the middle of your elbow and your wrist, not on any of those joints. And we just stretch across. Good. Let it drop and we repeat on the other arm. So stretch across. Excellent. Good. All right. Roll the shoulders back because we forced them forward slightly. Okay, and then we're going to reach out in front of our chest. Drop your chin onto your chest. Keep those feet moving slightly. Really take those knees nice and low now. So we're really slowing our heart rate down. Getting in control of our breathing again. Bring your hands up above if you can. Let them separate into a big circle and resting in our lower back. And we bring the elbows together. Elbows and shoulder blades. Really push them together. Good. All right. We're just stretching out. Good. And relax. All right. So it's time to stretch our lower body now, keeping those feet nice and gentle. Okay, and we're going to go out to the side like we was doing those lateral squats. This time, you're just going to bend that knee and hold here. Good. Nice upright posture, nice deep breaths. Good. All right, and bring our legs together again. And a little march, get that blood flowing again. And we're going out to the other side. Bend that knee. Good. And we're just holding the stretch. Like I say, upright posture. Nice deep breaths. So you'll start to feel yourself now getting more control of your breathing. Body temperature started to normalise, and your heart's not beating as much in your chest. You can't feel it as much. So that's the cool down taking effect. Okay, it's really important to warm up and cool down, especially for our interval training. All right, this stretch, we're just going to take one foot out, place the heel on the floor, pull the toes up, and then using our standing leg, just bend the knee and sit down into the stretch. Okay, and feel the stretch all down the back of your leg. Okay, we're keeping our chest nice and high, we're not flopping down into it. You can support your weight on your standing leg. Good. Little march, get the blood flowing, and we're going to repeat with the other leg. So as I said, heel out, pull the toes up, and then just bend that standing leg, stick the bum out slightly, and we just hold. Chest nice and high. From the front. Good. Okay. Now, big step forward. Bend that front knee. Keep the back leg straight and the heel on the floor. And we just push forward onto that front knee. Again, keeping the chest nice and high. Good. And we're back up. Same with the opposite leg, so nice big step forward. Back foot flat on the floor, and then lean into that front knee. Bend in here. Chest nice and high, and we're holding. Good. All right, and then our last stretch. Might be a good idea to have something just to lean on, fireplace or even a hand on the wall. Okay, and what we're going to do, we're going to have knees together, and we're going to bring the foot up, knees together, stand nice and high and push the hips out. All right, so you can see there, oops, balance. You can see there that I've got my heels straight to my bum. If you can't manage that, you can hold your pant leg if you've got pants on, or just hook onto the back of your shoe, but try and keep those knees together. Okay, and we're just going to hold. Good, all right, and then we turn around, I'll swap hands, and we do our opposite leg. So grab our foot, and we hold, knees together, holding. Again, keeping our core tight and our chest high will help you balance, or have a hand on a wall. Good, all right, shake everything out. So that was a taste of, that was an introduction level to interval training. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you keep hydrated and have a snack, and yeah, go check out the other videos.